Welcome to our online class, class 7, subject science. Today we are going to see unit 5, that is basis of classification. In this unit we are going to see the next topic, that is classification of plants. Based upon dichotomy, plants also can be categorized into two main groups, that is flowering and non-flowering plants. Non-flowering plants do not produce seed, while flowering plants they do produce seed. And based upon their nature of plant body, non-flowering plants are classified into three categories. They are algae, mosses and ferns. While in case of flowering plants, they are classified into two categories, that is they are gymnosperm and angiosperm. So based upon dichotomy, plants are of two types. One is flowering and the another one is non-flowering plant. In case of flowering plant, they do produce seed, and in case of non-flowering plant, they do not produce seed. And they are classified into three categories, that is algae, mosses and ferns. While in case of flowering plant, they are of two types, gymnosperm and angiosperm. Now you can see with the help of this flow chart, plants is of two types, which do not produce seed and which do produce seed. And then they have root, stem and then leaf. I think you all know the parts of a plant, right? What are all the parts of a plant? Yes, it is root, stem, leaf, flower, fruits. All those things will combine together to have a structure of a plant. And then again, those which do not produce seed, ferns, and then which do produce seeds are of two types. One is non-flowering and then flowering plants. In case of flowering plants, that is angiosperm, and the non-flowering plants are of gymnosperms, and the type is conifer. In case of angiosperm, it is of two types, monocotyledon and dicotyledon plant. Example for the monocotyledon will be paddy, while example for the dicotyledon will be tamarind. Now let us see what is an algae, or how does the plants of algae will be there. So plant is thallus. I think you all know, or where could you able to see the algae? Yes, we can able to see these type of algae only in the water area. So they are said to be aquatic. Those plants which can able to grow only in water region is said to be aquatic. So they are aquatic in nature, and they are either unicellular or multicellular in nature. And these plants are thallus, and they are not well differentiated into root, stem and leaf. In case of any algae, we can't able to differentiate which is root and which is stem and which is leaf for that algae. So we can't able to differentiate the parts of a plant in case of algae, right? So algae generally grows in the water region, and hence they are said to be aquatic. And the main example we can say chara. For example, I think you can able to see this picture. It is an example for the algae. And next one, mosses. Plant body is not differentiated into true root, stem and leaf in case of mosses type of plant also. And they are water living plants, needs moisture to complete its life cycle, and hence they are said to be amphibious plants. Those plants which will grow only in the water region and they do need moisture is said to be amphibious plants, right? And they do not have any specialized vascular tissue for the conduction of water and food. For example, we can say Funaria. It is an example for mosses kind of plants, right? So plant body is not differentiated into true root, stem and leaf in case of mosses, and they are also water living plant just like the algae type of plants, and they are said to be amphibious in nature. and the main example we can say Funaria. And next coming to ferns, here plant body is well differentiated into root, stem and leaf. So apart from algae and mosses, in case of fern, we can able to categorize or we can able to differentiate the parts of a plant in case of a fern kind of plants, or we can able to differentiate the root, which is root and which is stem and which is leaf in case of fern kind of plants, right? And the leaves may be either, it can be either large or it can be smaller in size in case of fern. And vascular tissues are found for the conduction of water and food. Basically, they are the first land plants which grows well in shady, moist and cooler area. For example, we can say Adiyantham. It is a kind of fern plants, right? So ferns, in case of fern plants, we can able to categorize which is root, stem and leaf in fern type of plants, and the leaves may be either small or it can be large also. And in these kind of plants, they do have vascular tissue which will support for the conduction of water and food, and they grow well in shady, moist and cooler places. So we can say Adiyantham, it is an example for fern kind of plant. And next coming to gymnosperm. So in case of gymnosperm, the plants are perennial in nature. They are woody, evergreen with true root, stem and leaf, and they have vascular tissues, xylem without vessels and phloem without companion cells. And in case of gymnosperm, ovules are highly naked and they are without ovary. Hence they do not produce fruit. In case of gymnosperm, they can't able to produce fruit because the ovules are naked in nature, and the seeds are also naked. For example, we can say Pinus and Cycas. These kind of plants are gymnosperm. Next coming to the angiosperm. Plant body is well differentiated into true root, stem and leaf, and then in this case they produce flower with 4 holes, that is calyx, corolla, androecium and gymnosium, and they are known as flowering plants. And then female reproductive organ, that is ovary, is present inside the flower, which only helps to develop into fruit, and ovule will develop into seed. So in the female reproductive organ, ovary will be present inside the flower of angiosperm, and which develops into fruit, and the ovule develops into seed. Plant possess well developed vascular system with xylem vessels and phloem companion cells. And then angiosperms are the dominant plant forms of present day. Based upon the number of cotyledons, angiosperms are of 2 types, that is monocotyledon and dicotyledons. Plant seeds which have only 1 cotyledon are said to be monocot, while the plant seed which have 2 cotyledons are said to be dicots. For example, we can say in case of monocot, the main example we can say paddy, and in case of dicot, we can say the example tamarind. They are the examples for the monocot and dicotyledon plants, right? So paddy comes under monocot, while tamarind comes under dicot. Now let us move into today's home fun. The first question is what is an algae, and the second question what are gymnosperm and angiosperm, and the third question how non-flowering plants are classified. Thank you children. Have a nice day.